Jessica Morgan. I'm the city recorder, and I'm here with
John Campbell, city planner.
And we're going to give you a quarterly update. We had our Sweetwater Merchants and Property Owners meeting this morning. You're always welcome to attend those. The next meeting will be April 20th at 8:30 a.m. right here at City Hall. We give all these updates in person, plus maybe a little bit more that maybe we don't always say on camera.
True.
But, so John, it's busy still.
Yeah, still busy. I think a lot of times what we say in these updates, it seems like maybe just a review or rehashing some of the things, but it's because these things take time. A lot of the projects that we talked about, 6 months ago, we're finally starting to see, that come to fruition. And so I just want to real quickly touch base on what you're seeing as far as residential development and as far as commercial development as well. So our department has been very busy, the planning department, issuing building permits, doing inspections. A lot of the building that had been going on over the past year in Willow Creek and Ridgeland Farm, some of those more established subdivisions that have been here for a long time, we're starting to see that kind of wind down and slow down because they're pretty much running out of lots. And so currently there's a few building permits, some building going on in Willow Creek. To my knowledge, we don't have any active permits right now in Ridgeland Farms. There are a few vacant lots in there that are for sale, but they've pretty much got their build out complete. And so Willow Creek, they're building a few in there, but that has kind of slowed down just because of availability, I guess.
So welcome to all those new families.
Yeah. Now on the flip side of that, the new developments, the things that are coming in residentially, those we're starting to see those kind of take place. If you're on High Street right there behind Plaza 68, River Park Townhomes, that's a development that's going in, 20 plus townhomes. So they've been moving dirt, doing all their excavation work there. They've also got a small site they're adjoining it for an apartment complex, I believe 8-unit apartment complex. That would be probably a phase 2 kind of thing. But the townhomes, that's underway. You're starting to see the dirt being moved, and that's exciting.
A lot of dirt being moved.
A lot of dirt being moved.
And those are going to be for sale. They're selling those townhomes.
That's right. Those won't be rentals. Those will be for sale. So that's exciting. Again, it gives us some variety. I always like to speak to that because not everybody that moves in here, in speaking with people that are in industry and on the commercial side of things, when people are coming here and looking for housing, variety is a good thing. Not everybody wants to buy that single family home. A lot of folks are looking for an apartment or a townhome or a duplex. So we want to do everything that we can to try to provide for those needs, because as the growth is coming, we want to do the best we can to stay ahead of that growth rather than always trying to play catch up.
Right.
And so these townhomes, these apartments, and the single family homes, that just gives variety. So we got the River Park townhomes going on. Park Place Mobile Home Court is another one. They're really busy. They've got 10 units, and they have a waiting list as well. So I've been doing some inspections and permitting out there. They can't get enough homes, mobile homes there to try to keep up with the demand. So again, there's that variety there in the housing market. And so some of the developments that we've talked about over the last couple of months. A lot of times people will ask about what they call the Burger King development, basically the parcel of land behind Burger King that has been purchased for development. They're still working on a site plan and trying to iron out some of the utilities and some of that infrastructure. So you haven't seen any dirt moved there. They're still on the preliminary side of things, trying to get it ready to be built out. But the good news is, we're still having people approach us weekly, sometimes daily, looking for land to subdivide and develop. And a lot of those things that are in the works, it's a process. So submitting those plats and plans and getting approval through the Planning Commission, getting a site plan approved, all that legwork takes time.
Yeah.
But eventually you start to see those developments take place. So a lot of homes and a lot of developments in the works.
And residential is definitely something we need more of. There are a lot of people moving to this area that are not able to buy homes or rent an apartment in Sweetwater because there's just not any available. So we're happy to see that residential development. It's going to help the industries that are moving in. That's something they're very concerned about, is where our workers going to live. So We're excited to see that. Some of the parcels we knew in the last quarterly update that were for sale have since been sold. So property in Sweetwater is still at a premium and it is still moving quickly. We may see that start to slow down a little bit with interest rates going up, but right now we haven't yet. So any available property seems to get bought up pretty quickly. Most of what we talked about last time is either under contract or moving forward now. So we don't have nearly as much available as we did even 3 months ago. John, you got anything exciting coming up on Planning Commission in the next month? Or what are they looking at for their Planning Commission meetings? Are the third Monday, 5 o'clock.
Third Monday, 5 o'clock, and the projects that, are currently either underway or that they're reviewing or considering, I feel like we can officially, talk about those now. For a while we couldn't. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I never want to say anything and then the plans change or something falls through and then, you got pie on your face or mud on your face or whatever. But so the
Pie
ones,
would be preferable.
yeah,
to mud.
Yes,
Yep.
definitely. But so the ones that we've been talking about and everybody has heard about and whispered about, the Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC site beside Capstar Bank on Highway 68. That's moving forward. They've submitted their site plans. They've been approved. Now we're reviewing their building plans for the actual structure and the building to go up. So once all of those things have been approved, then you should start to see some dirt being moved and a building going up. That's exciting to have a KFC here in Sweetwater.
Yeah, that fills a gap. We don't have a chicken place in Sweetwater, so.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then just back down the street a little bit on the corner of High Street and 68 right there, the old BB&T bank building. A lot of folks have been speculating and Facebook, messaging about what's going there and this and that. And I feel like we can officially say now that has been, purchased by a corporation that represents Wendy's. They are working to get their site plan complete and sent in. So once that gets approved by the Planning Commission, then they can move forward with demolition of the old building and building the new building, and just the preliminary sketches that we've seen from the site plan. It's going to be a really nice Wendy's.
The newest model that they have.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
with some outdoor dining, similar
Yeah.
to what you might see at the Taco Bell Pavilion kind of thing, as well as the KFC. It's going to be a nice one too. So that's two nice fast food options that are coming in. That's speaking on the food side of things, restaurant side of things, but obviously coming down on the retail side of things. At the north end of Main Street, you've got the Dollar General that, got so much attention early on. And they
Just so y'all know, there's only one Dollar General in town right this second. It's the one in Plaza 68. This will be our second Dollar General inside the city limits. The one that's out Highway 322 is actually outside the corporate limits of Sweetwater. So that is not a Sweetwater tax collecting location. We don't make anything off that Dollar General.
That's right. And this one, everything that they've done in preparation, looking through all the hoops that they've got to jump through for the state and through, environment, conservation, the water, everything. They've done everything by the book that they were supposed to do, and their elevations to get above the floodplain. So I want, everyone to know that they've done it right, and the site looks great. I'm excited to see. I think the building is going to look great. They worked hand in hand with our historic zoning commission, and so what the finished product should be something that I think looks really good and something that people can be proud of. I think it'll be a nice addition to the north end of Main Street as that area continues to grow and kind of wrap on around the corner past the post office. This should just add more, appeal to that area.
Yeah, and they, like John said, they're doing it in a nice, aesthetically pleasing way. Also, keep in mind, y'all, they had to spend a lot of money to put in enough dirt and get all the permits they needed from TDEC to be able to build in that location. That location has basically been swampland for years. So some little mom and pop could never afford to put a business there because it would have cost so much money and so much infrastructure up front to be able to do everything that needed to be done there. So we're glad that it's being used for something. It's going to be an outlet. It's going to generate tax revenue. It makes it convenient for people that live on that side of town to grab a jug of milk or bread on their way home. We're never upset about any business locating, but they have done a really good job about communicating with us and being in touch with us. They are also, which will be on the February meeting for the Mayor and Board of Commissioners, and that meeting is always the first Monday of the month at 5 o'clock here at City Hall. In that meeting in February, we're going to be passing an ordinance to accept the Biggs House, which was a big deal to a lot of people. It's probably the oldest structure that we know of in Sweetwater, and the people who have purchased the land to build the Dollar General are going to be deeding that section of land to the city of Sweetwater. So we will then own the big street house, the Biggs house, and hopefully be able to do something cool there. We're going to be looking for grant funding and seeing what we can do about that. So we're excited about that too.
Absolutely.
You got anything else commercial?
I do. It's always a good thing when you have to look at your notes, because if you got
There's
so much
enough
going
going on, yeah.
with so much going on you can't remember, that's a good thing. So like I said, it's been busy, but we mentioned Dollar General, Red Stag, the progress that's going on out there. I was able to go, not for an inspection, but I went this week and just did a tour inside with some folks, and just to see the inside of that thing, it's massive. And to hear their time frames, they've already hired some employees, but they're getting ready to hire a second wave of employees to get this thing up and running. So it's exciting to hear that the stuff that we've seen over the last year or more is about to really start producing for Red Stag, for our community. It's jobs for our people. It's providing a tax base. So that's exciting to kind of see that project finally take wings and fly. Mentioned KFC, mentioned Wendy's, Sweetwater Utility Board. They're building a brand new warehouse location out there off 322 to kind of store their equipment and their trucks and things like that. That's a big project. So if you've seen the dirt being moved and excavated up there beside their current location, their current office on 322, that's going to be a new Sweetwater Utility Board warehouse.
Guess what's going to happen with the old warehouse?
Yeah, I was leaving that one for you. Yeah.
We're going to buy it, and we're going to turn it into a community center, people. We know you've wanted this for a long time. The city board has voted and started plans for that. We've got the architectural drawings authorized, and they're underway. We actually have a schematic and a plan. If you want to see it, stop by City Hall or holler at me and we can email it to you, but that's just kind of part of a diagram. Community center will be well needed. It's going to have indoor basketball facilities, pickleball and volleyball. We will also have some meeting rooms, so if you have a nonprofit or some group that needs a space to meet in, that community center will be available. We cannot buy that building until October, so it's going to be a little ways before it actually becomes ours. We have the money set aside from ARPA funds, and we're applying for several different grant avenues right now to try and fund the actual construction that goes underway. So we're talking about a couple years out before it's probably functional and usable, but we are really excited. Plan on taking ownership of that in October.
That's exciting. That's something that has been talked about for a long time, and I think it benefits the entire community, and I know a lot of people will be thrilled to see that happen. And so I'm one of those people. But anyway, just a couple more things on my list, and then I'll be quiet. But Volunteer Auto Group, what was formerly Hepperly Auto, they are about to open up their car lot off of Murray's Chapel Road beside the old Motel 6. Was out there last week. They've got all their paving done. They've got their lighting up. The inside of the building looks really nice. Once it's complete, we'll do a final inspection there, and they should be soon ready for operations there. So it looks good, to add another car lot out there near the interstate, and then also back in town, the old Hall Salvage building. Glass Masters is a company. They manufacture boxes for utilities. So in-ground utilities, they manufacture these polymer boxes. It's a concrete polymer mix. But they've been renovating and remodeling that building to get it ready for production, which will also bring jobs. They're going to be initially 75 to 80 jobs, but then possibly doubling that in short order. So that's exciting too. We got a lot of folks coming in here residentially. We got a lot of businesses, locating here commercially, and then a lot of industry locating here. So that's exciting.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So that's everything you have.
That's everything I have. I will say this only because it was asked in the Sampo meeting, and people have speculated on this and asked this already beside the Walmart. People have, what's going in there. We want to know what's going in there, and all I can tell you is we don't know. All I can say is that it's zoned commercially, and that a group of commercial developers have bought it. But we've not seen any plans, we've not seen any drawings or anything to indicate what might be going there. It's just commercial property. That's all I know at this point.
And I actually talked to that developer this morning. He said that they're waiting on some engineering. They're doing a lot of engineering. You've seen dirt being moved over there. They're doing, studies and things on the land to see what all they can make of it. So I don't think they know yet exactly what it's going to be. And when they do, they've been great at communicating with the city. So I'm sure they'll be here giving you site plans and doing all the things they need to do.
Yeah. Until then, we can only speculate and read what's coming on Facebook, right?
Yeah, we could make up a rumor though. You want us to start a rumor? Let's start a rumor.
I shouldn't even mention this, but I had a gentleman this week, and we were just talking. He's a friend of mine, and he said, "You'll like this." He said, he was speaking with someone and told him he didn't know, what he had heard a strip mall was coming in, some sort of a strip mall, and the elderly lady he was talking to said, "Well, we don't need any strip clubs here in Sweetwater."
We don't. She is right.
So I can say that it is not zoned for a strip club.
It is not zoned for a strip club,
right.
everybody.
That's
there
right.
you go, before that rumor gets started.
Yeah.
So we're, as a city, working towards a couple of things. We've applied for lots of grant funding. Police grants are available right now, and that's very unusual, so we're excited to be applying for some police grants. We're applying for another mural to go at the north end of Highway 11. Just put that application in this week. We are working right now on a CDBG grant for the community center. We're doing a Parks and Recreation master plan right now, which we have copies of at City Hall. If you'd like to come by and see that, we'd love to share it with you. We've also got a survey going for that Parks and Rec master plan, so you guys can give us some feedback and kind of tell us what you'd like to see as far as Parks and Rec goes in Sweetwater. And in order to be able to apply for the next round of state LPRF funding, we have to have a master plan in place. So that's part of the reason why we're doing that master plan right now, and the timing right now. But the main primary reason is we're growing, and we are going to need more Parks and Recreation property, and the community center is certainly a huge project on the horizon. I don't know if anybody's been out Monroe Street lately, but we have a brand new playground at Engelman Park on Monroe Street. It's gauged for 8 to 12-year-olds. It's a climbing structure with a large slide, so it's on the more western end of Engelman Park, I guess. If you're staring at the entrance of the park and the splash pad, it'd be up to the left, closer to the graveyard. We hope you guys use that and love it and enjoy that. Brand new, like last week, I think we got finished on it. Let's see. There's so many things on this list. I'm trying to decide which ones to actually talk about. We're working on our Main Street recertification right now. We have to recertify with the National Main Street Organization every year in January. So Josh and Haley are working big time on that. They've got a couple of activities coming up and events. They have a ladies' night out in April. We'll be sharing more information about that on the Sweetwater Merchants and Property Owners Association page as soon as we have that. And also they're doing the Sweetheart Stroll again on February 14th, which is a Tuesday this year. But we'll have some shops and restaurants staying open late. We'll have neat little decorations and things for all you Valentine folks. If you want to bring the kids, it's kid friendly. If you just want to be couples, that's great too. So looking forward to the Sweetheart Stroll in February. We also have a bus tour coming through in April. We're excited about that. It's the same bus tour that usually comes during the Blooms and Bluegrass Festival in May, but they're backing it up this year and coming in April instead. So we're always happy to have tour buses come through Sweetwater. And that also brings up Blooms and Bluegrass. It's May 5th and 6th. This year, that festival, last year we had 23,000 people attend over 2 days. So we hope you all come out and enjoy it. Also, if you have a nonprofit or a business or a fundraiser that you need to do, feel free to come be a vendor at Blooms, Bluegrass, and Barbecue. If you're a member of SAMPO, you don't have to pay a fee to be a vendor. You just have to fill out an application form. If you do want to register to be a vendor, you can go to our website, sweetwatertn.net, or bloomsbluegrassbbq.com. All the information there. Sponsorship information is there. Vendor information is there. You can do all that online. What else?
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I think that's probably everything I was going to talk about. Can you think of anything else we need to tell them?
Not that I know of. We did complete our CDBG home grant in December, so that gets that one kind of closed up.
Yes,
and,
very nice.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
It is, a lot of good stuff. We are still working on the train car. We have to be done with it by April, so hopefully the train car will be reopened and dedicated again in April, and everybody can walk through it and sit in there and hang out and watch videos of Sweetwater history, or maybe do a little work on your laptop. It's going to be really nice once it's reopened. We so appreciate the street department for all their work on that project, especially J.R. Ayers and Joe Lynn and David Moses. We appreciate you guys, because not everybody can do work on a stainless steel historic train car and not mess it up. So we're super proud of you guys. Thanks a lot for all your help on that. We had so many compliments this year about Christmas lights downtown.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to shout out Street Department on that too. Eric and Justin especially, along with Paige Collette, the world's greatest volunteer, they decide where to put all the Christmas lights. Justin Ricker on his company on the side, his side hustle makes a lot of those lights for the city, and we get them at a greatly discounted price. So we are so appreciative of you all. And thank you so much for the feedback that people have given to the mayor and the commissioners and city employees and stuff, and we make sure to pass that on as often as we can. We appreciate you guys. We'll do another one of these when we have our next Sampo meeting, which will be April 20th at 8:30 a.m., and then we'll record a video and post it after that. So if you have any questions, call City Hall. We love to be the rumor stoppers.
Yep,
Don't we, John?
Absolutely.
That strip club is gonna.
Yes,
if
that's
I get
right,
calls about
that's
that, I'm
right.
gonna be super excited.
Yeah.
So,
Just this video alone will probably spark some calls about a strip club.
that's right. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.